food.
You love food.
Y'all love food.
We all love food. We're your hosts, Elizabeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano.
with Houston City Beats.
Foodie Life. Houston's best, worst, and downright fuzzy restaurants, cafes, bars, and holes in the wall.
Anything you drink or eat, we'll talk about it.
Blast off.
Whoa.
I'm right on time, too.
That's awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Houston City Beats Foodie Life here on the Boss Up Houston Network. We're so excited to have to be joined today by our special guest, Damon D'Amico. Did I pronounce that right?
D'Amico. Like the restaurant.
The apostrophe
D'Amico.
necessary.
D'Amico.
We've had this conversation before many times,
It's okay.
and somehow I still managed to mess it up. My apologies.
You're good.
So, we're super excited to have him on here.
Didn't introduce yourself
Well, I was going to do that if...
before I interrupted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, today's show is going to be about wines, obviously. It's your host, Andrew Kano, and
Elizabeth Marquez,
with
Houston City Beats
Foodie Life. So let's get the show rolling. Let's get some of these things out there. We have
Yes.
we have some wonderful wines today, and we've got a charcuterie board that I made, so they will let us know if I made it right and if they like it. All right, guys.
Yes. So what is a Houston City Beat Foodie Life? We go out to different places and we do reviews on restaurants, cafes, bars, holes in the wall, and we let you know what we think about it with our feet or heat category. So that's one.
Yes.
And then the other thing that we do that we're starting to do more of now is we bring food here and we talk about the food while we're eating it. Maybe, we should invite more of you to come out.
It's like a
and
new
join
Food
us.
Network
My
thing
turn.
here. So for sure, we want to incorporate alcohol in every single one of these shows. I'm just kidding.
Look,
For some reason, it relaxes everybody. I don't know.
I've seen so many different food programs, and I'm like, man, I want to be the dude sitting there tasting all the stuff. And then she said, "You want to do this thing?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah,
And
let's
now
do it.
you're the dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course I
here
wanna
you
do
are.
that. Yeah.
So, what is that?
I have no idea.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Oh
Let
my
me go ahead and
goodness.
turn this off.
He's getting blown up.
What?
I have no idea why that's
Is
happening.
someone? Oh.
Oh, because we're live and everything's recording. Sorry.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
go ahead and power this off. There we go. Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
Oh,
technical issue.
chemical.
I
chemical
need
issue.
a phone to tell me what time it is so we can
Beep, beep.
know.
I will,
You
I
need
will.
to turn that back on, please.
I
Thank
will.
you very much.
All right.
So our upcoming events, since you know what it is? It's the smell of the cheese has really got me off of my
Yeah,
focus.
she's.
So I'm very unfocused right now. My apologies. It's very strong. Would you agree? It's very strong.
I'm loving it, and I'm glad that I'm closest to it.
Yeah, it's-
We're gonna work its way
it's
down here.
Powerful. So we have on July 29th, we're having a business builder and social mixer for Houston City Beat at the Cadillac Bar on
Yes.
I-10 and
Actually, it's going to be it's I-10 and Shepherd.
Durham.
1801
Yeah, that's
Shepherd
right.
is the actual address for the
There you
Cadillac
go.
Bar.
He's prepared. I'm not.
No worries. It's from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Is a business builder, but it's also a social mixer. So we'll bring a whole bunch of businesses there, but also a lot of people that are interested in these business. So if you have a business or you're interested in socializing, please come out. And the first 20 people that come in get a free margarita on us.
That's right. And then on July 22nd, Amber Neal is having a glow-in-the-dark speed dating. So if you're single and you're looking for someone special, or you just want to show up because you're single, we don't want any married people showing up. So
Please don't.
please stay
Please don't do
home
that.
with your spouse.
No drama.
Enjoy some wine, cheese.
I
Make
think-
yourself a
I think
charcuterie
that's
board.
up to them.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but
But it's glow in the dark.
it is glow in the dark.
Everybody will look their absolute best.
That's right.
That's right.
I will
Maybe
make
that's a
sure to
strategy.
put like highlighter all over me and just paint stuff. I'm not in it. I am a referee.
There you
I'm
go.
a ref.
How do I sign up to
Hey,
do that?
we're actually you can go to Eventbrite and you can get one tickets through there for the Amber Neal show. It's the
No, I'm meant to be a referee.
Oh, referee. Well, talk to Amber Neal. We can do that too.
okay.
So it's gonna be
Yeah.
real fun. Lisbeth and I will be there. Mr. D'Amico might make it there as well as a referee.
Yes.
Super fun. You can find it under Eventbrite. And what date was that again, Liz?
On the 22nd of July.
Perfect. Do we have any other events that we have for this month?
That is it. Just July 29th and July 22nd. So
Sweet.
we're excited about our Get to Shout Out event. This month is going to be awesome. The Cadillac Bar has great food, has great drinks, so we hope that you will make it out. So now let's talk about Damon. Tell us about you.
My man.
Well, I'm Damon D'Amico of D'Amico Dance Company here in Houston.
Yeah.
And I've been here since '98. Moved here because of the dance community here, and loving life, living large.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And really excited about the stuff that you have going on. I have lots going on, but disclaimer: I am not a wine professional. I'm a professional
Wine consumer of wines, just like me.
you know, and so I'm excited about today. And you knew that ahead of time, just
Yes.
letting everybody know that
Yeah.
I used to be really, really big into wine, and I still am. Don't get me wrong, but as things go, you know, you move on from
That's right.
one alcohol to another, and I enjoy wine a whole lot. And so I think I have some things that I can share
We're super
for the
excited.
basic person. You know,
I brought a couple of tips myself to help you guys age the wine and decant it faster. So we're gonna share a couple things with everyone
good.
today.
Okay.
Perfect.
And we have a charcuterie board too.
All right, so when do you all want to bring in the wines and the charcuterie
Let me
board?
run
You wanna-
over and grab the charcuterie board, and he can grab
Okay.
the wines.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
And are we doing these labels out? We are. Right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Might as well promote it. Maybe we can tag them as well, since we're
Yeah.
doing it on them. We can tag
Well,
them.
I can tell you right now that 14 Hands should be
Oh,
paying.
that is an
They
amazing-
should be paying me for sure.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you
From your
something
face.
about that 14 hands. That 14 hands, like I said, it's in some of the, believe it or not, it's in some of the higher end restaurants
Is it blocking
because
your
of that
face?
flavor profile that it already has.
There we go. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
put the charcuterie board.
Oh, can you pass the glasses?
Yeah. we don't
Oh,
need
careful
this
with these,
anymore.
okay?
Oh,
That's-
oh, yes,
It's the only
these
set.
are-
It's the only set I have like that.
These are very fragile. This is all the rage in Europe.
It is a
okay?
complete set.
I don't know what happened
It is a
to-
complete set. There are,
to
5
my
of them.
notes. All right, guys, take a
So
look at
we
that.
do things in
Oh,
style
come
around
on.
here.
Look at that right there.
Okay.
So I brought some a little bit of everything. So charcuterie board is really a meat and cheese board. They just call it charcuterie board. It's fancy. It's French. A fun fact: France, believe it or not, is the highest producer of wines, producing anywhere from 7 to 8 million bottles of wine every year. No one even comes close.
How many grapes does it take to make a bottle of wine? Do you all know?
No? Do you know how many grapes it takes to make a bottle of wine? I do not know that fact, and I should have looked it up.
That's not one of the things I looked up. Yeah.
Well,
we will,
I
and we'll
would.
share.
Feet does it take?
How many feet does it take? Yes.
How many times do they have to step on the wine, the grapes, just to get it in there? Just one bottle?
That is hilarious.
I'm almost there. Is this a Chardonnay?
So tell us, Damon, what is your favorite wine?
Hands down, pun intended, 14 Hands. It just is. 14 Hands Cab and their Merlot. I haven't found anything that I like better, honestly. And I've done a lot of wine parties. So at our studio, we used to do workshop in wine.
Yeah,
And so we would have people bring their favorite find and share it with everybody, and we would do little tasters of all of them. Sometimes we'd end up with 60 bottles of wine.
Nice, right.
Some repeats because you know, people
Nice.
don't know what everybody else was bringing.
Correct.
And over time, somebody told me about 14 Hands, and 14 Hands actually comes from a vineyard in Washington State, and wild horses roam there. And they would come down the mountain and drink from the river there, the Columbian River Valley, and they would come down and drink, and they would leave deposits, and it made the ground very fertile.
Oh.
Very
And
nice.
so once I found out about the wine, and I tell a story a lot because I've gone to lots and lots of parties with what I do, and people will bring wines that they think will impress that are very hard to drink. And I always bring a couple of
Shocking.
bottles. This is one of the greatest finds you're going to find, and it's all over the place. You can get it at HEB, you can get it at Specs, you can get just about anywhere. A lot of the high-end restaurants have it, but it's about $9.99 a bottle.
Yeah.
And I put it out there, and they stop drinking their fancy wine, and they drink mine. That's why I always bring an extra bottle, because they're like, "Wait, is there any more of that?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, I haven't tried their Pinot. It's the first time I saw it at the store yesterday. If you've been drinking 14 Hands, they've recently changed the label, so you're accustomed to seeing the very
I did
colorful.
notice that. Yeah, it used to be a little bit more brighter.
They're
in
really
colors.
colorful.
Yeah.
A herd of horses is what it was. And so I went to find it the other day, and I'm like, wait a minute, did they get rid of this? And spoke to the person there at HEB, and they were like, no, they changed the label. So
Only the label, guys. It still stays the same. Okay.
it's fantastic. It really is. And I know we've got this going on today, but that's really nice. I know you have some questions for me, so maybe I'll wait for
We do.
for you
We
to ask
do.
some of the
Can I
advanced
elaborate on the
questions.
14 hands as
Yes.
well? So it's not really a secret anymore. There are a lot of people do know about 14 hands, and I did actually work at 2 restaurants that have all 3 of their of these wines. 5115, which is the lounge in Saks Fifth Avenue, they carry it. Always carried it before. People drink it. They love it. If they knew how much they could really pay for it, they probably wouldn't pay $75 a bottle for it there. And Del
Nice.
Frisco's also carries 14 hands because it really is a phenomenal wine.
Yeah,
So 14 hands obviously is a reference to the horse height, right?
that's correct. Yep.
That's correct.
Okay.
14 palms high, the width of your palm high. That's how they measure.
According
horses.
to whose palm, though?
Well, that's the question that every single person asks.
Nice question. I didn't
Yeah.
see that one
I
coming.
grew up with
Nice.
horses, and I'm like, yeah, I still don't know the answer to that, whose hand it was, but I'm sure that we could find that out.
Someone's hands.
Someone's
My hands
hands,
are
my hands,
probably
yes. It's 14 of
smaller than
mine
someone
won't be-
else's
17
hands.
of these.
17 of those.
Yeah.
17 of those. Right on, right on. So
That
let's
is
ask
awesome.
him a couple of questions.
So I'm gonna throw a million questions at you. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So what is the relationship between dancing and you're a dance expert? Let's say that, right?
Okay.
What's the relationship between dancing and drinking? Because some people, and I didn't even have this ready as a question, so this is totally off the cuff. Some people they don't have the courage to dance, and then they drink, and all of a sudden they're
It's like, yeah,
dance stars on
Yeah.
the
they're
dance floor,
flamenco
right?
stars, you know?
Well, yeah, we call that courage in a bottle.
Courage in a bottle. There you go.
We should name a wine after that.
You know
Courage.
Courage in a bottle.
what? Hey, I'm down.
C-I-B.
I'm down.
Courage in a bottle.
I'm gonna look that up
It's the
right now.
C-I-B.
Is that available?
C-I-A-B. Courage in a bottle. All
I
right.
like it.
Well, me too.
Yeah. Well, obviously it doesn't just pertain to dance, but people are looking to let loose a little bit. So if they're doing an activity they're not accustomed to doing, it's going to loosen them up a little bit.
Right on.
I have said many, many times, one of the dances that we do is West Coast Swing, and West Coast Swing is probably the most liberal of all dance styles out there.
Okay.
Meaning that you get to do more of what you want than most orthodox dance styles.
Right.
So the lady gets to do more of what she wants in West Coast Swing than any other dance style.
Okay.
And so people are looking to let loose a little bit. I find, honestly, and I've said this many times, and I referenced our workshop in wine that we did before, that wine is about the perfect kind of, can I say, buzz?
Yeah, buzz
Yeah,
is fine.
Yeah, buzzword. The buzz that people are looking for. It's lighthearted. Obviously, anybody can overdo it, but it makes people let loose a little bit. I think wine and West Coast Swing go very well together. And you're dancing so much that it's hard
actually-
to overdo it. So you have that little bit of a buzz that makes you want to let loose and have fun, let your hair down, shake your
Right
body
on.
a little bit.
Right on.
But it's very difficult to go too far if you're dancing all the songs. It's hard to do.
That's
So
true.
you heard it here. You can drink a whole bottle as long as you stay dancing.
If you keep dancing, I'm proof.
yeah.
I have some
Works.
experience.
Could you let me know what time it is, just so we can keep an eye on the time?
Absolutely. So it
And
is.
so let me ask you about
15.
this workshop in wine. Is this something that you do now, or you haven't done it in a while? What's going on with that?
Well, actually, yesterday when I was thinking about the show, I was like, why haven't we done that recently? So I need to bring it back. I really do. It was a
we'd love to
regular
be a
thing
part of
for
it.
us. We were doing it like once a quarter, and then sometimes we've been doing it once a month. But it's something we should definitely bring back. People really enjoyed it. Like I said, they would bring their wines. My studio was next door to Whole Foods for several years, and I got them on board. So suddenly, the wine that we chose as our favorite. They went and picked it up. They got their vendor to bring it, and they made it the wine of the month. So they were featuring D'Amico Dance Wine of the Month at Whole Foods.
Look at that. That is
nice! I
incredible.
love
Amazing.
that marketing promotion.
And they
Yeah.
were bringing over cheese trays and stuff
all
like
kinds of
that.
stuff. Right
and
on.
People were going into the store and buying the wine.
That's
that we selected.
excellent.
So,
That's
That's
excellent.
pretty awesome.
Well, we would love to collaborate with you on something like that.
Yeah, let us
so,
know.
So let us know.
okay.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Sounds like
let's
a
make
plan.
it happen.
For sure.
Workshop and wine.
Workshop and wine.
Pretty cool. So, how long have you been drinking wine? Since before you were 16? No, I'm kidding.
That's
I
a
did,
reference.
I did grow up in Arkansas.
Oh, so you did whiskey.
Did some muscadine wine or moonshine.
Moonshine.
No, I kid a little. I guess I didn't get into wine, like really get into wine, until I was probably in my mid-20s. You know, it just wasn't the kind of activities that I was going to, the kind of parties that I was going
Yeah.
to.
Neither was I. I got into a little bit later. I got into wines in my early 30s, so I
Yeah.
waited quite a bit before I did that. And that's because I was in the restaurant industry and I had to learn the wines, and then I found out that I liked wines.
Right? Yeah, kind of same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, and
Wine,
and
really?
it's a lot like sushi. You take your friends that haven't had sushi before, and you give them the wrong thing, and then for the rest of their life, they believe they don't like sushi.
That's correct.
that's
That's
true.
true.
You know, so when I take people to eat sushi, I give them the mellow stuff, the stuff that's going to taste good, that's not going to freak them out. I'm not trying to shock them,
Yeah,
you know, whatever, so that they want to come back.
exactly.
I feel like wine is the same. You know, someone can act like it's a very special wine, and you take a sip, and you're
You're
like,
like, no, it's not.
I really don't want
Yeah, I'm
that.
not.
You know,
Yeah.
so I made my way through that.
Right on.
phase.
Okay.
Cool.
You know.
Cool.
And then you find something like this that's so easy to drink, and you're like,
Yeah.
and people go, I don't really like that kind of, you know, wine, and you give them, they're like, I can
You
do
do
that.
that, and then the price
So-
point for these things are incredible. You really can't put for the flavor profile that you have if you do drink wines, and then you drink this wine. You could easily drink $100-$120 bottle of wine, and it could taste just as good as this. It's right up there with those kinds of $100-$120 bottle of wines. If you don't know about it, if you do know about it, well, you might be a little bit snooty about it, but you're still gonna drink the wine because it really is really.
So
really
do
great
people
wine.
not like it because they know the price, or if someone is not aware of the price, they'll drink it thinking it's
I think that's a really good question. I think that if you're trying to impress the people, the house you're going to, it depends on the kind of person they are. So you may look for something and say, I'm going to spend $50 on a bottle of wine or more, or whatever your price point is. You're thinking, I'm going to do this. Do you want to impress them with the name on the bottle, or do you want to crack it open and impress them with the taste?
Always the taste.
You know what I mean? So I
Always the
always
taste.
go for the taste.
I just had an idea. So if you're going to have a wine party where you're going to do these things, they should create a wine koozie where you can cover the label.
they
Just
do
pour
have
the-
that.
Oh
They
yeah.
have
do
wine
they?
koozies.
Where they can cover the label.
Well, I mean, you could take the koozie off of the wine, but you know what you should do is
It's
you
like-
should have your
like a
face
little
blind
imprinted
taster?
Yeah, like
on
a-
a sticker.
We can call it the
And
blind
then
koozie.
you put this. You can do this on your home computer, right? Take a selfie, and then print it through your printer on one of those little sticker things.
We
and
call it
just
my wine.
put the sticker over the bottle. No one will know.
There you go.
I mean, it's a good way to cover it up because you do have your people when you bring wines, they'll Google it.
Yeah,
Or they'll
yeah.
see what it is, and if they immediately look at the price point, then guess what? Most people are not going to taste it. Well, at least you're snooty people that drink wine.
Yeah.
So I would probably take this wine because I know that it's great, and I would probably put a koozie over it, serve it, and then hey, what do you think about it? Great, good, because it's 14 hands.
Yes, absolutely. 14 Hands needs to pay us. I think.
Absolutely.
I think-
We're going to definitely tag 14 hands today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So can we do
Let's
this?
get it going.
Absolutely.
Can we get this party started?
Let's get this party started. So we're
So
going
since
to.
we've talked about this one so
Yeah,
much,
let's get to it.
I feel like we ought to
And
do that.
that's actually going to go well. So I created a charcuterie board today. We got some Calabrese. It's going to be over there. I got some smoked Gouda to go with the Calabrese. This one's going to be, that's a Genoa salami, Italian dry salami, and this is going to be sorpresa, sorry, an Italian dry salami. I've got smoked Gouda, which goes well with reds. And then I've also got, I brought provolone, which goes good with whites.
So that being said, since we're starting with the cab, so you direct us as to which thing we should eat over
All right, so with this cab, we're gonna go with the sorpresa and then the smoked Gouda. That smoked Gouda flavor is gonna go well because you got these dark berries and currants here in this 14 hands cab. So let's go grab a little of those, ladies first.
This is very strange, but I could smell the berries.
Oh yeah, dark berries. They're all dark berries, dark
Probably
cherries.
because you
Some
said
of this,
something.
the notes.
And
Whoa!
something I found,
I just
which I'm
splashed
sure you have
myself
too.
in the face.
It hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. Well, you know,
This is why you don't drink wine out of these little glasses because you get the splash
breakfast
thing
of
going.
champions.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember somebody said I was drinking wine early. It was like about 10:30, 11 o'clock,
In the morning?
in the morning, and
Oh.
somebody's like, "You're drinking already?" I was like, "It's just wine."
So I was, as we went up to the wine country a couple of years ago,
Right.
and you did a couple of tours, which is always a lot of fun,
Yeah.
you know. And they had us smell the front edge of the glass. Put your nose at the front edge, and then in the middle, and then the far edge, and it smells different. You pick up different.
I never knew that.
All
and
I smell
can-
is plastic.
No, I can smell.
I can
and
smell
I you know,
plastic.
They can't smell that on the show.
I
Liz.
know, but I'm just giving you my
interpretation of what you smell.
interpretation.
I actually do.
We should have brought wine glasses.
Smells good.
Okay.
It does.
That's great. It's a great wine. I've had it. Let's do a little taste test here.
And you know we're gonna have to go ahead and drink everything we taste because we didn't bring a little thing to spit in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
not
don't
a
mind
problem.
at all.
Yeah.
This
That's
is really
just
good.
wine.
Goes down smooth.
And that's just open. You know, that's not like that's been breathing for a long time.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people, when you go to drink wine, let's drink wine right now. You know, so you were talking about that earlier, talking about aging your wine, letting it breathe. You know, it's like, and a lot of people are going to drink it right now. So you have a tip on how to, like?
I do. So most of your red wines, they gotta let it breathe. What it means by let it breathe is you want to let the air hit it. A good time to let a red wine breathe is going to be 15 to 20 minutes. Do a lot of people when they're drinking at home have 15 to 20 minutes? Sometimes you're going to open up the wine and you're ready to eat.
Yeah.
So I have this technique. It's called hyper decanting. You can actually take any red wine except Pinots. You'll put it in the blender. Just turn it on for 30 seconds.
Really?
And it will actually decant it and give it 15 to 20 minutes in 30 seconds. It's called hyper decanting.
I've never heard that.
Try it.
I like that idea.
You got it, my
Yeah,
friend.
really, because, you know, even a wine that I absolutely love. I can't say enough. You know, at first, if you just open it and you drink it, I know that it's going to be sharper on my
Of course.
palate
Yeah. Of
because
course.
I just opened it.
Yeah.
And I'll find my way through it. Don't get me wrong. You know, but of course, it's about more like better planning.
Absolutely.
You know, I got people showing up at this time. Go ahead and take the lid, and take the cork out. You know, and let it breathe a little
Let it
bit.
breathe a
But
little
if
bit.
that's not the case, or immediately that bottle gets drunk, like right now,
Yeah.
you can just put another one in the blender,
That's
and then
right.
now you put it back in the bottle.
I
Or do
do
you
not
put it
put
in
it.
a
I'll leave it in a
decanter?
decanter.
Oh, you will.
I'll leave it in a decanter.
Yeah, you don't put it back in the
So
bottle.
they'll think that it's already been, oh God, he's been ready. He's been letting it breathe.
Right.
No, you knocked on the door and I hit it for 30 seconds. Put it in the decanter and then open the door.
Right. Why were we outside for 30 seconds?
Oh, well, I'm just, we're letting it breathe. So a little quick tip, I learned that from one of my wine somm friends. He's actually a wine somm. He taught me that technique. We used it a couple of times at a party where we had the same wine, and this is on some level 2s and level 3 sommeliers. And we didn't trick all of them, but we did trick a few. So I did it for about 1 minute with the same wine, and then we put one that hadn't breathed and one that we put in the blender. And he said, well, this wine tastes almost the same, but it feels like it's been decanted. And it was only 30 seconds. So it does,
Really?
it will give it to you, yeah. And
Now-
these are wine somms.
You have to use a blender that has been untouched by other foods that prolong.
You do want to make
you use
sure
your
that your
blender-
blender is clean,
Yeah,
yes.
if you use your
don't want to
blender-
contaminate it.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if you use your blender to blend onions and garlic and peppers and things like that that are strong, even if you clean the blender, the smell is still there of the onions or
Oh,
whatever it is that
absolutely.
you're blending. So it's probably best to have a dedicated blender.
If you're
for
going to
that.
do this, probably, yeah. You
Right.
catch you a little small bullet or something and it's
Well,
Yeah, you have this
something.
taste of garlic.
Again, it's just a tip.
you know, and always, you know, I do a lot of stuff in Vitamix. You know, so do you have Vitamix? Mm-hmm. You know, they should pay us too.
We're going to talk to you as well.
A little bit of Dawn, a little bit of vinegar, and blend it.
Oh, okay.
You know, with
Okay.
water. Afterward, everything's gone. You know, so
Vinegar,
turn on
water.
the Vitamix and blend it.
Okay.
And then rinse it out.
So, and that was
Get rid of
Dawn,
all your flavor.
Dawn vinegar
You know, just Dawn, any dish soap, you know, and vinegar
Okay.
and water.
and water.
Yeah, and just blend it. You know, just let it sit there and blend for a minute. It gets rid of
Okay.
most everything. with it.
Perfect.
The odor. Okay. Odor vaporized.
Tip for your decanters, for those of you who have decanters and you have the big bottom it's hard to clean. Sea salt. Get the rock sea salt, Himalayan, put it in there with a little water, twist it, and that sea salt will start scraping everything off. Then you throw it back out, rinse it with water, it's brand new.
Oh, really?
Really? Didn't know that. We're learning all these great tips about
Woo.
blenders.
Woo. And woo.
Wow. Who knew? So let's see what other things. So you were turned on to wines all of your wines are under 20. That's what you told me, right?
I love it.
All of them are under 20.
All
I
of
love
them? Okay.
that.
I actually don't believe in buying wine over 20.
Over
Right on.
20. Okay. Okay.
I say that. I have bought a couple bottles.
I went through my
for
points
that
where-
purpose of, oh, here's this special bottle, but not to be drunk that night normally. Normally it's a
Yeah.
gift. I want them to put it away.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's for their use, you know, letting you and your wife or whoever, you know, enjoy that some other time instead of sharing it with everybody. Kind of,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Makes
that
sense.
makes sense. And so you usually go to, where do you go? Whole Foods, HEB? What's your place?
know,
What's your
Specs?
preference?
It's hard to beat HEB's selection.
They have
It
a
really
phenomenal
is. They
selection.
have an amazing wine and cheese selection at HEB. They're not the only one, obviously, but I'm really impressed by them. And they have been open to, you know, getting, if they don't have one, you can talk to their guy there and they will order it.
They will order it
a
for
lot of
you.
times they'll order it, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I actually got 14 Hands to Sonny's Liquor Store in Katy. They didn't have it.
Right
I
on.
went in, I said, I need you to carry this wine. He had it a couple of weeks later.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Very
But
nice.
obviously specs, you know, there's a real small one by my house, so they don't have the largest selection, which was a, you know, how can they? It's a small store, you know. So, and I know I've seen some of the questions there, so
Okay.
I'll let you get to it before I answer it.
Well, before we continue, what time is it?
It is 11:28.
28. So we got 2 more minutes before we have to go to commercial break. And I know you have to leave early, right? When do you have to?
I need to cut out about 12:30.
12:30. Okay, so
Oh,
we're
we'll be
good.
done by 12.
Oh yeah, we'll be done. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
an hour long, so
So
we're good.
Okay.
You can catch a buzz with us.
Uber.
Uber. We've got Uber on speed dial. It's actually our number one guy there. And the Uber
This
guy
is
that
not
we
gonna be
have,
that kind of show.
yeah, the
people.
Uber that we have on there is like he'll come and he already has like a cooler on ice with wine in the back, we
Oh.
got liquor. Hey.
Oh.
Oh, you guys are pros. like,
Did you drink the rest of this
yeah,
wine?
right.
I can't believe
It's on
you.
camera. I didn't drink it.
So yes, what do you guys
fast
think about the
drinker.
charcuterie board so
Oh,
far?
man.
So good, so good. We got that smoked Gouda with the suppressi. This is smoked Gouda with
That was so
suppressi.
good.
Okay.
And another little fact, so any of the wines that are not from USA, so which is your Italian, your French, your French wines, that's called Old World wine. New World is everything over here in the States.
New World versus
Old World versus New World.
Now, is there
And,
any New World outside of the United States?
not that I know of. From the information I have, the New World is everything that's United States. Anything outside of the United States is Old World. And here's a fun fact as well. The reason that California can grow the Cab Sauv that it has, and the Cab Sauv and the Chardonnay that it has, is because over in France, their it's what is it?
Climate.
Their climate and their region
Altitude.
and their altitude is exactly the same as California's. That's why they can grow equally
similar
great.
grapes.
Yeah, the similar grapes to them. That's why Napa and Sonoma County are just as good as all of your French wines.
Did you catch that? Yeah. He almost
That's
hit
good.
me there. That was
Oh,
great.
sorry.
He was excited.
He's
I was
so
excited.
animated. I said, well, watch out over here.
So-
So excited.
Yeah. So the area is this. It's almost equivalently identical to the French regions.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It does. It does. So let's go to commercial break.
Sure.
Okay.
And then when we come back, we're going to talk about things like headaches and wine. Why do some wines cost more than other wines? This is really great wine.
It is really
I've
good.
had very expensive bottles of wine, and this is just as great as that. So what?
They're gonna get a bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
We expect royalties here, 14 hands.
Well, I don't know about that, guys.
There's some free
but-
bottles, maybe. I'm okay with that.
I mean, you know, Jimmy Fallon does it. You know.
It's right. That's
You know,
right.
we should get a case, show up at the house randomly. My address is.
By the way, you can forward that. Just carbon copy me.
Yeah, perfect. So we're going to a commercial break, and we hope to see you when we return.
Good times.
Awesome. So we're.
Oh my God! I just got through watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up.
Are you a small business owner that is struggling to promote your company?
Our topic today is what's your status?
Shoot the dice at this
Hey,
point.
you just shoot the dice, roll the dice.
So, y'all doing as attorneys?
Victoria Blanco.
I love it. Imagine being televised on a national platform. How about being a host or sponsor on a syndicated podcast? Or being featured on exclusive promotions and interview for your product to your ideal customer? Hi, I'm Kayla Sneed, and I'm head of sales with Boss Up Houston. And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify. I'll be seeing you soon.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Maridate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
We are the Adolphs.
Willie and Tequila.
We are blessed and honored to be asked to be a host couple for Maridate.
We have been a part of each other's lives for so many years.
We party hard and worked harder.
We have 4 adult children and 2 fur babies.
We are entrepreneurs and we work together for over 20 years.
We have been married since 1999 through thick and thin, sickness and health, through troubles and triumphs, struggles and all victories. But God.
We built it up.
We built it up.
We built it up. And now we're solid. Solid as a rock. We are the Adolphs.
Join Maridate today by visiting www.maridate.com. Maridate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
Chris and I met on MySpace. We started doing music together first, and then we became really good friends, and we were friends for about 5 years. And then we started dating each other in 2008. By February 2009, we were engaged, and by November 2009, we were married. We have 3 children together that we have raised, and we have traveled the world together and eaten some of the best food in the world, and collectively have just built up an amazing network of friends and family and a circle of people that we just love and care about, and they continue to motivate and we continue to motivate them. We build our energy on our relationship with the energy that we can give to other people and the effect that we can have on other people's lives. And we're going on 12 years strong this year through all the obstacles and the goods and the bads. We're still together, and we're here to share our story.
Join Maridate today by visiting www.maridate.com.
And we are back. Hello, everyone. This is Lisbeth Marquez with Houston City Beats Foodie Life.
And Andrew Kano as well. We're your hosts, and we have Mr. D'Amico here. This is section 2 of our wine tasting. We are not connoisseurs. We are wine consumers.
Connoisseurs? Connoisseurs? No, we are not wine connoisseurs.
I think about it a little too much.
You only had like a thumb worth of wine. Are you serious?
What I'm trying to say is we're wine consumers, okay?
There you go.
We're wine consumers. I'm trying to put a word there together where it kind of, we know a little bit about wine, but enough to say that we can consume it.
I can tell you right now that the Facebook Live is the only reason why they don't think we've had several bottles over the break.
Oh, these guys are so, they're so smashed.
Yeah.
But
you're slurring your words.
They don't know,
you know. Some wine before you got
here. See this shirt? These are cool. These are flask shirts.
Flask?
I keep my flask right here.
Shirt.
Are you serious? Is that what that's for?
It's for a flask, yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
Are you serious?
It's the same size.
What is it for?
It's just like, a little
pen protector.
Oh, I got you.
What is that for?
Casual pocket.
Oh, you put your
for
key
a flask.
In there?
It's a flask pocket.
You can put all kinds of stuff in there.
It's the New Magellan flask shirt.
It's like what are those man purses called?
They're attaché
Merce.
cases.
A merce?
Okay?
A
No, they're
merce?
attaché cases.
That's like a merce on your
Yeah,
shirt.
no,
it's
actually,
fabulous.
It's a man purse.
It's called the fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
There
Yeah, they
you
just
go.
made it more like you can put it here now, so they made it more
But
wearable.
this is cool because you
course
can
it's
have
cool. I can
all
put a
your
flask in there.
shirts with this built-in fanny pack thing going on.
All you're missing is a jumper, a man bun, and a
Pretty
vape.
much, bro. Pretty much, and I'm set to go. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. We got some more questions for our guest, Mr. D'Amico, today. So, what do we want to talk about now? What's next on the list for wine?
Okay.
Okay, so my next question is, have you had a wine headache? How bad are wine headaches? You know, those are the worst, right? When you've had too much, at least, well, I mean, I can't speak from experience because that's never happened to me. But, no, it actually has. Wine headaches are the worst headaches out there.
And we will tell you why. So, and this is a proven fact. So, it's the sulfates, a lot of the sulfates that are in the red wines. The red wine is actually known as a migraine trigger, for those of you who didn't know. So, if you do suffer from migraines, I would probably stay away from red wines because it will trigger migraines.
Well,
And
I've got my Tylenol with me, so I'll be okay.
And I read that as well, you know, and there's some other contributing factors. So other people are like, oh, no, it's not the sulfates because there's sulfates in other foods and cheeses and other things that we consume as well. And
Correct.
it doesn't always trigger the headache.
That's true.
But for sure, there's a lot of folks out there that say that the sulfites are the reason why, you know, that they're getting a headache. Also, more so in red wines and white wines because they use the skin. So the skin is supposedly causes that as well.
That's a new fact
So
for
what
me.
about if you haven't had enough water, so you're dehydrated and you start drinking wine? Well, that will be more of a trigger than if you're drinking water while drinking wine, right?
Well, and
Keeping yourself balanced.
Definitely one of the articles that I read, it was like, have a little water between. If you're gonna consume more than one glass, either wait longer periods of time between the first glass and the second glass, or have some water between for that reason to stay hydrated. And always, I mean, pro tip, I happen to be around the clubs quite a lot, but do not go to bed without consuming a large glass of water after drinking anything, but especially
every time you come home.
wine.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've tested it. It's true. Just drink a glass of water when you get home.
Yeah.
Hydration is important.
Yeah, I would even go as far as to because I went through a lot of the headache things in my 20s. I just knew that a glass of water and one Tylenol, and I wake up fresh in the morning. For me, at least.
But once you're at that point of no return, it doesn't matter what you do because you're not going to think that far ahead, right?
I don't know.
I did it. I don't forget either. I did my water. Yeah, like those headaches are pretty bad.
Morning headaches are enough to go. You know what?
I'm going to drink this water.
Just lay down right now. I'm going to go ahead and do this first.
I felt the same, and I did it. I did it all through my 20s and almost all my 30s. So,
well, I was just really speaking on other people's experiences, not my own.
Oh, we get it. Okay, we'll see. Everyone's different,
not,
right?
implicating myself all over the place.
Right on.
So are some of these selections here?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's do some salami with that. Let's do salami.
Okay.
With some provolone.
With the
salami, and so this is.
Let's do the salami.
Tell
with
us about
provolone.
this wine. What do we have here?
Now this one, you know, I was talking to the guy, and I know one of your questions is, you know, how do you go about selecting wines? You know, well, you did send me a list of questions.
I did send
which
it
I
to you.
appreciated. I was like, is there a test? This guy, one of the things, I go down the wine aisle, if I'm looking for something different, because as you know, I've got my favorites already. The ones that are missing, the ones that are gone, there's one bottle left at the back. The people have spoken. It's why the other rows of wines are full and that one's missing. You know, so it's like, and then I'll talk to the guy and I'll be like, did you just not order, or no, those went today? Oh, well, I'll try that. And they say the same. They'll say the same. You can see that these are gone. You know, they'll say the same. So Hidden Jewel, he said it was one of their. He said it was one of their top sellers. Have you tried it yet?
I have not yet.
This is new for you.
This is new. I have not had this one. So this was a guy at Specs that hooked me up.
Okay. What is the price point on the Hidden Jewel?
This was like $10, $11.
Okay,
yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
You guys want to try?
Yeah.
Hidden Jewel.
Little sharp on the back of the tongue.
It's got some tannin back there.
But it's freshly opened.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I don't like this one as much as the first
Well,
one.
I'm not sure we
had.
should have started with that 14 hens cab.
Yeah,
because
It's really hard
you're
to
gonna
compare.
want to throw rocks at
Yeah,
all.
everything else. I mean, it's that great.
I think
It's
when
a little
that
sharp.
calms down
It's
a little
sharp.
bit,
If we let it breathe, I
after
think
that
it'll have a
breeze,
different
it's
effect.
gonna really mellow out. I think.
I think so
little
too.
punchy.
It's not bad, but yeah, it's a little sharp on the tongue.
Oh, let's balance that out with a little salami and then some provolone.
I'm down.
While we're awkwardly chewing,
Mm-hmm.
and we can't talk, how
Thank you.
embarrassing. Don't talk with your mouth open. We are so classy on the show. Look, do you know where these came from?
Hey,
Should we tell them where these came from?
Absolutely, they came from
only the finest linen.
Yeah, this is like 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton. That's all we use on the show.
Please, this came from the back.
No, it didn't. Please, I try with her sometimes, but this is 1,000 thread count.
Tri-fold towels.
Trifold.
Tri-fold towels.
Oh, that's terrible.
No,
Terrible,
perfect.
terrible.
Perfect. Ooh, that is good.
Is it? It goes going well with it.
Oh yeah.
Salamis
It's
with
like
a
a
good
reed
Pinot,
punch.
a little provolone to go with
I better
it.
try that one more
Yeah,
time.
absolutely, absolutely.
Just to make sure.
Homemade
So,
charcuterie boards right
how
here.
long do you keep your bottles of wine? If you don't drink it all on that one setting, how long do you keep it?
I think really a good rule of thumb is probably 3 to 5 days, depending on the temperature that it's stored at.
I agree.
Your white wines are going to go in the fridge. You serve them cold anyway. Your red wines, I'm not a fan of putting red wines in the fridge.
Yeah.
So just in a dry, cool, dark place. But 3 to 5 days usually. You can. I mean, if you have any wine knowledge at all, a little sniff. If it smells like vinegar, it's done.
It's done. It's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Don't even drink it.
But then there's all the little gadgets that you can put on top of your wine
They're
bottle
called
that
aerators.
suck
and-
out the
yeah,
air,
you suck out all the air.
and then you basically reseal it from its
I
original
think it
state.
can extend the life of it maybe a day.
A day or two at tops, at the most.
Okay. But then you can throw it into your food, right? A bottle that you're no longer going to drink is great for deglazing a pan of something.
I agree, and I've done that, and I've used it for sauces and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
I think there's still a limit as to how far you want to let it go before you do that. You just can't sit out there for a year.
That's true. And why would you leave a bottle empty? What are the reasons that a bottle of wine is not fully drank? Could we brainstorm that for a little bit?
Well, I mean, a lot of times, I used to drink wine on a regular basis, at least 1 or 2 glasses, and I had no one to share it with, so I would drink a half a bottle.
Lonely
Cork
drinker.
it. Yeah, I was. I mean, no one wants to drink wine every day. I was
don't know.
told
I mean-
it was good to drink a glass or 2 a day was okay.
COVID taught us that it's absolutely
Abs-
fine
thank
to
you,
drink
COVID.
wine at home
By yourself.
Or anything for that matter.
Yeah,
Vodka,
absolutely,
tequila,
yeah.
rum.
I don't like to drink alone. Scratch that.
Scratch that. COVID said you can. So then you can actually cork it back up. It's
It's
good for
true,
a day.
it's
Your
true.
wine will hold for a day.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when there's wine left in a bottle that goes bad, it was either somebody made a choice there that I have been drinking too much,
Yeah.
or it wasn't good to begin with,
All right.
That's
and you
true.
can take it or leave it.
Can we switch?
I'm not gonna leave a bottle that's gonna get drunk.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
It'll probably get drunk
So-
before you leave here. So let's go with.
What about?
I have this really quick thing we're gonna do. So this is the wine consumer's point of view of how you keep
What
or
do
the
you-
temperature.
what is
Okay.
this?
Now we're
That's
going
the
to the
take 2.
sommelier. We're going to the sommelier. So if you're going to store wine, it would be
Oh.
stored in 45 to 65 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just FYI. But we're gonna say we just store it in the day in the fridge, drink it the next day.
So run out and buy a wine cooler.
Buy a wine cooler.
Wine cooler.
Wine chiller.
Wine chiller. There you go.
Okay. So,
So what do we got?
would either of you ever, or have you ever bought the little bottles of wine? Like, do you ever?
Like the
Sutter
Sutter Homes. Sutter Home? Yes, I
Never.
bought those. I bought those. But I bought them to take to somebody's house.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Rhea, I bought them, but I took it to
Why
other
do we
people's
name
house.
the brand?
You know why I did it? Because if
Exactly.
they didn't drink it, I could take them with me. No, I'm just kidding. I
Oh,
didn't.
okay. And there's your bottle for the
But you know
day.
what? HEB is actually, we're going back to HEB.
bottle.
They have this thing where you get a 4-pack for $35.
Yeah, but they're like
And you get
full
boom, boom. Yeah, I know,
bottles,
they're 4 things.
right?
So now, instead of going to spend $13 on the Lowe's, just go to HEB, 35 and you get 4 big bottles.
Whoa, there's
Yeah.
a bug.
Oh, no
Watch
way.
out. Wait. Sorry. I hope I
Okay.
didn't offend anyone.
You know, we have to
know
pay
that-
for the dry clean on that.
Yeah, nobody would have known that.
Sorry, I had to eradicate
come
the
from nowhere.
bug.
So
I had no
so yes,
choice.
I have bought the Sutter homes before, but to take to other people's houses, not for
Okay,
myself.
what about the ones that come in the little
box? Please don't say
No,
box
yeah,
one.
the box, the
No,
little
no, no.
plastic thing. Have you ever bought those?
Never in my
Never?
life.
I've never bought a
Who,
box
who
wine.
buys those?
Hey, don't offend your audience.
Don't offend the audience.
I
No,
don't buy
would
the
like
box
to
wine
know.
because I never get to it. I buy wines before I get to the box wines.
I mean, obviously people buy them because they sell them. If
They
no
do.
one bought
They-
them,
and they do
then
last
no one would sell
longer.
them.
They do last longer.
And
That's true.
if I'm not mistaken, it is more than a bottle, right?
It is 2 bottles and a half. I
Two
think.
bottles
is
and a
it?
half.
2.5 bottles. Yeah.
Two and a
Well,
half
there
bottles.
you go.
Yeah, so if you're doing a big party, you
That's
know,
what it's good for.
Oh, look, my Facebook Live is about to go out because my battery is almost dead.
Your battery
Well,
is. It's
How
okay.
Before it goes out.
terrible.
Bye guys.
Peace.
mine's
We're not leaving.
Absolutely not.
no.
We still have 15 minutes.
Yeah, we still have so much to talk about.
And we still have 2 more bottles to drink.
So tell us about the regions of wine. I know you did some research.
I did. I knew a little bit back. There are certain regions, but there are the top 5 regions, and we'll cover them here today. Your first region and number 1 region is going to be France. I gave y'all that. Yeah, France is the number 1 region. They are the highest producer in wines, producing 7 to 8 million bottles a year. 2, Italy. So your 2 regions in Italy is going to be, I think it's Veneto and Tuscany. 3, the United States, Napa Valley, Sonoma County. 4, it's going to be Spain, and then 5, believe it or not, is Chile. Those are your top 5 regions of the biggest wine producers in the world.
Have y'all ever been to a Texas vineyard?
You know what? I've gone one time to a Texas vineyard. I can't recall it because I got drunk before I was through the
It was
whole
so
thing.
exceptional,
I
you
was
can't
like
remember
totally-
it.
Yeah.
Have you
I've
been?
never.
Sorry.
Really? I know Texas has some vineyards.
They've got about 3 or 4 that I'm aware of.
Yeah, and here we are with
Fredericksburg,
no
I
information.
think, is the one I went to. One out in Fredericksburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
So-
should do that.
We should.
And we should do a little segment there.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we should check them out.
Okay.
We should
And
get
give
a
them an
bus.
actual, an actual review.
We
like
should get a bus.
Like actual real review.
yeah,
Take
it's
a
like here's
trip.
how they compare to.
You know what we
the
could do is make it an event and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
sell 10 tickets for
Bus,
people. We'll get a bus.
trip.
We'll go out there. We go with people. We try the wine and we just
Let's sell
throw it on air.
Let's
You guys
sell
want to do that?
100. If you're interested in going, then reach out and
Yeah.
I'll charter that bus. We'll do that.
Sounds like a
Okay.
plan.
Maybe
Well,
we could do some
Maybe we could
dancing.
tie it into like a historic dance hall because I'm sure there's one
There's-
near
There
where
are,
You know what?
yes.
We are actually going to put that together. I think you came up with a great idea. If you want to write that down, and then we'll put it together. And November would probably be a good time to probably
Yeah,
head
once
out
it
that
cools
way.
off a little
Cool
bit.
off a little bit, and
Yeah.
then we'll head out that way. We'll keep you guys posted. D'Amico, that's a pretty good idea. He says he's driving. I don't want him to drive because I don't want him to taste with us like a lot. But we'll figure things out. We'll put it together. and We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
Sure.
That'll be fun. I know a guy that charters buses.
Me
So
too.
you do?
Joe?
I can't remember this guy's name, but it will come
Is
back
he like
to
a
me.
caveman?
Yes, he is.
Big bushy beard?
And this goes to I know a guy who knows a
yeah.
guy.
Joe,
I
if you're
don't
watching,
think
dude.
he has a big bushy beard.
And,
Maybe it's not the same guy.
We'll find somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
find somebody.
Joe will hook
We're
it up.
definitely gonna
He
put
has-
this
he has
together.
like a 14 passenger.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's about all we
Okay.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there sediments in here?
There could be.
You know, it's always disappointing when you open a bottle of wine and the cork, like some of the cork, it's drizzles down into the wine. Yeah.
You guys want to hear another tip? So
Go
if you're
ahead.
gonna decant an expensive bottle of wine and it has a lot of sediment or it's been sitting around for a while, and you decant it with a filter, there's aerating filters, and then you leave all the sediments on top. Here's another tip: grab the decanter, grab the sediments that you have here. There's a lot of flavor in those sediments. Get another decanter, and then you filter, and then you pour the wine over the sediments again, and you catch that extra flavor that goes back into the wine.
Oh, so
It's called
pour
the double
over.
decant.
So it's
Pour
like
over the-
basically a pour over.
Yeah, just pour over. Keep the sediments inside the filter, and then you pour the wine back into another
the
decanter
filter.
through there
Yeah.
to
The
the other
wine
one, and it gives
pour
it more
Yeah.
flavor.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there.
Sure.
You're gonna think it's crazy.
I don't.
Could you take alkaline water and pour it over the sediments and make new wine?
You cannot do that. That's 100%
That's
hands
a
down.
no.
Will
That
not
would
work.
be
No, no.
water with
Water
with
with
a drop
wine.
of wine food coloring.
Yeah,
Wine
you're
for-
pretty much diluting the water. That's all.
You know what? I just throw the ideas out there. Sometimes they don't work, and I'm
Sometimes
okay
they'll
with that.
stick. Sometimes they'll stick.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I was
Sometimes
just
they
thinking
work.
outside of the box.
Okay.
You know?
All right, what do we got
We're
next?
gonna
We
move
got
on
two
to a
more
white.
wines.
Let's
Oh,
move on
see,
to a
I
white.
haven't-
Here,
finished.
ladies,
Use
get,
your napkin.
you get that one right there.
Yeah, go
D'Amico,
ahead.
you
Y'all
get
can
that
have the
one.
clean one.
No, you got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
This set of glasses again, you can't find these anywhere.
Wow.
They're-
Nowhere, guys. If you're interested in one of these high Krypton, these come from the planet Krypton, high Krypton glasses. Please, feel free. 3 easy payments of $6.99. That's $6.99. For the payments, there we go, right
I'm
there.
not sure what I think about that price point.
Yeah.
$6.99.
We're upselling everything here.
I really like how these glasses are flexible.
They're flexible enough to catch all kinds of great wines.
Okay.
All right, what do we got next?
So you tell me, are we going with the Sauvignon Blanc? Or are we
What do you got?
going with the
Sauvignon
14
Blanc.
hands Pinot?
You know what? I want to finish off with the For Sure Delight, which is 14 hands. Let's go with the Sauv Blanc over here.
Got it. Okay, I should have.
Have you had this before?
This is another one that I have not had.
Oh no!
And,
oh
and
no!
I'll tell you, you know, it's
Prepare
because-
yourself.
You know,
Brutal
the easy
cow.
thing to do was to say,
Brutal.
hey, what are the best rated Sauvignon Blancs out there, right?
Right.
And same thing with the Pinots, you know, and you'd be quite surprised with some of the results when you look that up. You know?
Okay, right on.
Cavit, for instance.
I'm
People
excited.
are like, Cavit, and it's like, Cavit's still like the #1 selling
Feliz
Pinot
Señor.
out there. And
Cavit
it's
is
like
good.
$9 a bottle.
Cavit is really
You
good.
know, Santa Maria, you know.
Santa Maria, Santa Margarita is also good.
So this wine is called Bruto, which, if you know Spanish, Bruto means
Bruto cow.
bruto. It's like you're a savage.
It's Bruto cow.
So it's Bruto cow. So let's try
Bruto
this.
cow.
Let's do this.
And because it's a white wine, it's going to take a heavier pour to get the actual flavor taste bud
Here you
profile.
go. I don't
with.
know who's.
Oh, that was a hint that I need to fill this glass.
Oh, sorry.
Right there's good. There it is.
Whoa, that's a
Look at
lot.
that. That's 2 fingers. So that's the new wine. It's called 2 fingers.
Maybe you should have this, and I'll have this.
Sure. All right.
That's good.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
gonna
this
pace
is the one.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Bruto
I'm ready
cow.
for this.
Bruto
So
cow.
we're gonna go a little bit lighter. So we're gonna go
Oh,
back
this
to
is
the.
from
Let's
California?
go back to the Sorpresa, and let's put the Sorpresa with provolone on this.
Which one's provolone?
Provolone's on this side.
Okay.
And the Sorpresa's right there. So
I do
those
not
two.
know my cheeses just
You
by
don't?
looking at them.
Oh,
No,
really?
just by looking at them. I
So-
don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cheese is a cheese.
One of my first jobs was a deli.
You told me. Tell them
Yeah,
about it. That's
and,
pretty cool.
Actually, it was in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the Safeway store, Beach Nut and Kavanaugh.
Right on.
And shout out to my peeps from Little Rock because
Yeah.
we all stayed in touch. We got a great little family from
Cool,
Little Rock
cool,
from
right
school
on.
that all still stay together, party together. And Bill Clinton was governor, and he used to come in to the store, and we'd get notice that he was coming.
Nice.
So Bill and Hillary, when he was governor, would come into our store, Safeway, Beach Nut and Kavanaugh,
Mm-hmm.
and they would come to the deli, and I'd make them a sandwich.
Nice. Well, that's a pretty
Yeah, but
cool
I fell in
story.
love with cheese. I'm Italian anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and so cheese, I'm like, cheese? And like, oh, dessert. No.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese is dessert. Move
Yeah.
dessert, bring cheese. You know, so I love a nice cheese board. So even now, I'll go to the store and get 6, 7, 8 different kinds of cheeses and put them out on a big cutting board. And have friends over, and they're like, oh, it's funny to watch people because they're like chilling, and there's the cheese over there. And
They're looking at it.
Cheese.
I don't do cheese.
yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
they,
You
and
do
then they
these
get over
cheeses.
there, you know, and
Yeah.
I put out several knives, you know, because I'll
Right.
chop some for them, you know,
Yes.
slice some for them, and then they're like picking up the knife. Yeah.
A little Presidente Brie on the board.
Yeah.
The smellier, the better.
Oh, this is good.
I love cheese so much.
Yes.
I actually I'm feeling this wine. It's pretty good. It goes down smooth.
This
Tasting
is
notes are
actually-
good. It's
yeah,
very
I'm
tasteful.
loving
It's
it.
delightful.
What do you think?
I'm not a white wine fan.
Neither am I, but I
and
would
that's-
drink
and
this.
that's good.
This is
Bruto
good.
makes some savage wine.
Wow.
Get it?
Bruto
Bruto.
makes some savage wine.
Savage wine, yeah.
Savage wine sounds like another bottle.
So let's read that back
know.
label. What is it talking about?
You'd have to hold it at your end of the table for me to be able to read
Well,
that.
I'm just as blind as the next guy. So it's a 2019 estate. This is a Sauvignon Blanc. We have been farming our land since 1943, blending our northern Italian heritage with our California roots. Our family chose the lion from St. Mark's Cathedral in Venice, Italy to symbolize our rich history. Today, we continue this tradition by offering estate wines for you and your family to enjoy. So yeah, so it's going to be towards the northern coast of California where they are by Mendocino. Right above Sonoma, actually. So good wine.
You
I
could
am
probably go tour their vineyard
yeah.
if you're in California.
California.
Up north.
I am gonna go ahead and give it some heat. This is really, really good wine. I like it. I like it more with some suppressor here, though.
Good
Really?
choice.
That's good.
It's really good. Not
Excellent.
bad. I would definitely buy that for sure.
I will go back and tell the dude
That's a
that
great
he
wine.
was right on for the Sauvignon Blanc. It's good.
Perfect.
Okay.
So far 14 hands and the Bruto.
That's my two favorites so
Really
far.
good.
What's the full name? Bruto.
Bruto Cao.
Bruto Cao.
It almost sounds Portuguese.
Great stuff.
It's really, really good. I'm enjoying it.
And I'm gonna leave the top off of the hidden jewel, the Pinot.
Sure.
And visit it again
Absolutely,
at the end, just
at
to
the
give
end.
it a fair shake because it was just opened.
Sure, sure.
This
we got
one,
next?
The 14 hands Pinot.
There we
And
go.
you know, who knows? Maybe they don't know what they're doing when it comes to Pinot. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I
very
really
much.
do.
Yeah.
You've never had their Pinot.
I have not
14
had it.
hands.
I have
Okay.
not
I
had
have
it.
not either. I've had the other two, but never had the Pinot.
You guys are beasts. I'm gonna put that aside.
No worries.
Yep. I'm gonna go teach some dance lessons right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, you know.
Be like, hey, what's up? No, you look great.
Man,
You look great.
14
You
hands?
lost some pounds.
What's this smile and glow about you? I just came from the Houston City Beach show.
Can I have do we have any more
Here's an
You
unused
mean, there you go.
linen.
That is a
Oh, an
1,000
unused
thread count
linen.
of
Oh,
pure
yeah.
Egyptian
What happened to
cotton
the linen
napkins.
It fell on the floor. So I thought, it already was in the bathroom, so I don't really want to take the bathroom napkin and use it.
We tried the
Cut.
not the bathroom. These are 1,000 thread count
This
napkins that we
came
ordered
from
from Egypt. Okay, you say baby wipes or
wrong with
something.
It came straight from the bathroom. I don't know who you people are trying
You
to
can't
fool.
take her anywhere.
Yeah, I can dress her up, but I can't
What
take her
the-
anywhere.
I think the
That's
show needs to be another
need,
hour.
yeah,
and
we need to clean a lot of this
these-
stuff up and do the bloopers. Can we do this as a blooper? Because
Look, people, I am not going to sit here and lie to you. I mean, these are paper. These
we
are plastic.
should lie.
Oh yeah, they didn't
plastic.
get that before, but thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. Just so you know,
We don't have
we have known
bloopers, but you
each
can
other
take
for
literal cuts from what we're
15
talking
years.
about.
We have known each other for
a long time,
15
years or so.
Is it 20?
Long time.
Maybe? Yeah,
Yeah, so
we've known
we
each other
didn't
for
just
a
meet,
long
so
time.
Yeah, so
Seem
they
like
met in their
we're-
30s.
If we seem like we know each other,
Thank you.
was it?
Let's not talk about age. Age is just a number.
It
It's
is
like
just a
pounds
number.
on a scale.
But you have been threatening to come take dance lessons for at least that many years.
I
You know
know,
what?
I know.
Let's, you know what? We're gonna take you up
I
on
just,
that.
I just
We'll
don't
come
like
see you and
people
we're
in
gonna
my
come.
space.
Houston City Beats, Andrew Cano and Lisbeth Marquez. Tell
That's
Mr.
a-
D'Amico that we're going to go take some dance lessons from you. We're gonna
I
do
really
it.
don't. I don't like people like touching me with their sweaty hands. I don't want people in my space.
Oh, I gotta share a story with you. So her and I both like to dance, and we're pretty good. I'd say we're almost phenomenal.
Can we not
salsa
share this
dancers.
story?
This is really cool. We were dancing at this. We did a lot of dancing, and we were dancing at Cantina Laredo. They had a live salsa
And
band.
my
Mary,
shoes.
Mary's band.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So my shoes that I was wearing
They
were
were
a
super
little
hot. This is
loose.
bad.
Disclaimer.
And ladies, you know what I'm talking about when you've
This was
got
really
these
hot.
really cool shoes. They're a little loose, but you can manage with it, right?
So let me finish the story. We're
Terrible
dancing. We're doing the
story.
salsa. No, this is an awesome story. So we're dancing, and we start to get into it. And we start filling each other out. We start dancing. We're pretty good.
Feeling each other out. What does
We're
that
filling
mean?
each other out like we're getting the hang of it.
Oh,
We're dancing
I
great.
just wanted to clarify.
And
Okay.
and then so we're dancing and we're doing a really great job, and
Mm-hmm.
we seem to get into the zone. And I turn her around, and then I grab her like this, bring her shoe.
My shoe
goes
is
off her
about to
foot.
fall off.
No, it goes
No,
off.
yeah.
And hits something and comes back as I'm twisting around.
I push my foot into the wall so I can put my shoe back on because I know the shoe's coming off.
Yeah, it kind of went
Yeah.
off, and then she pushed
Yes.
the shoe back on. Yes.
Yes, I went.
It went
like
off, and then she
that.
put it back
Yes.
on, and it looked like it was purposely done. People were like, "Wow, that was pretty cool."
Yeah, yeah. It was an instant. I've got to recover my shoe to
it,
not
it went
suffer
off
from
maybe
the
2-3 inches.
embarrassment.
Yeah, and
You
she
kept
pushed
dancing.
it back
I kept
in.
dancing.
Yeah, and we
yeah.
kept dancing, and people were like, "Wow."
But then I was shoe aware, so now I knew that this could happen, and I was a lot more careful.
So it was
Well,
pretty fun. It was a pretty cool
When your
thing.
toes like become the little engine that could. It was like, I'm gonna keep this on.
It was cool. I saw the whole thing because like as she's doing it, I saw her foot back. Like, oh wow! And she's like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, I saw that. Just keep dancing.
Whose foot was that?
Yeah.
So
no,
it was a pretty cool.
I was not going to be embarrassed by my shoe flying across the room. That was not going to happen.
She did about a 3-inch foot off and
Yeah.
then right back in.
Right
so that was
back
pretty
in.
cool.
Yes.
We were consuming
together.
alcohol that night, so yes, it was one of those.
Their margaritas are off the chain.
They are off the
Voted
chain.
best margarita in Houston.
We
a
actually
couple
put
of
her in the
times.
margaritas in the heat tour.
Yeah, Matt, my good buddy there, was a bartender there forever. John, the owner of that location, now is good buddy.
Yeah,
of mine.
John
Vargas.
is awesome.
Vargas.
We love
Yeah.
John
Hey,
Vargas.
toast to John Vargas.
John.
That's our
We
boy,
love
man.
you, John.
Oh, Cantina Laredo, and then they
Love
have
it.
their tapas menu for happy hour. You can get a half price tapas and their margaritas half price.
Price,
And you
yeah.
get a half margarita there. You don't have to buy a whole one. You
Yeah,
can have
you
it
don't have
half,
one.
but they squeeze
I
their
didn't know
limes
that.
fresh every single day.
I
didn't
do
know
that.
It is one of the best margaritas you're going to find in this
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
And my studio was in that parking lot.
Oh, right on.
I was next to that Whole
Oh,
Foods.
that's right.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
So I did a lot of stuff with Cantina Laredo.
Yeah.
So when they had big events, they would borrow some of my chairs.
Nice.
You know, they would bring ice over to my parties. I mean, we really work well together.
Yeah, he was actually the first guy to let us hold our networking events there.
Yeah.
Oh, is
It's
that
like
right?
we gave him the idea. He says,
Or
you
he's
know
No,
what?
he's the
Right.
owner there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
he
the
purchased
franchise
it. They
owner.
closed down, and then
He owns it now.
became the owner. Yeah.
And we stay in touch with him as well. We had our first 2 events there, and then from there we just kind of been taken off to different places. But we always give him thanks. And
We should do something
And,
there now that we said it.
Now, the carnitas plate.
oh,
at
he got a
Cantina
carnitas
Laredo
boy, Cantina Laredo.
is
yeah.
all heat. Like,
Oh,
oh, my,
yeah.
it's my favorite.
God, it's
Oh,
so
they're
good.
mole too.
Yes.
You haven't had the you had the mole.
Mole.
I've had the mole, but their carnitas plate. I mean, I'm from Cuba,
Yeah.
so pork and I we go together like a hand in a glove.
Like 2 birds in a feather.
Two birds
We're
in a-
got almost done.
Oh, we're almost done.
When-
Oh, wow.
You're talking about that. The Cuban pig taco at. We've had
oh,
talked about
the
many
Ropa
restaurants,
Vieja.
but- Oh, Ropa Vieja
Yeah.
at El Rey.
Oh,
Actually, it's
and
not bad
it's-
in a way.
It's pretty dang
It's
good.
pretty darn
Yeah,
good.
And then the Cuban pig taco at Velvet Taco.
Velvet Taco.
Off the
Cuban
chain.
pig taco.
We haven't had it at
Yeah.
the Velvet. We should try it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love Velvet Taco though.
It's off the chain.
I had some hibiscus taco, something or the other infusion when I went there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Let's stick with what we know. Let's have Ropa Vieja. Hey guys, so Houston City beat Andrew Kano, Lisbeth Marquez with
It's
the
been
wine
so
day
much
today,
fun.
Mr. D'Amico.
Thank y'all
You've
so
been
much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Here's to you guys. I want to say hi to my production team, which is in the back, guys. Please feel free to come and join some of the charcuterie board. We love you guys for
Yes.
making it happen. Everybody
you.
out there, Houston City beat
Mwah.
Lisbeth Marquez and Mr. D'Amico. We love you guys.
Bathroom napkins are the best.
She did it again, bro. I love food.
You love food.
Y'all love food.
We all love food. We're your hosts, Elizabeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano,
with Houston City Beats.
Foodie Life. Houston's best, worst, and downright fuzzy restaurants, cafes, bars, and holes in the wall.
Anything you drink or eat, we'll talk about it.